Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, enemies and friends, welcome to the show that never ends. You are tuned in to On the Real. This is our weekly news show where we give you everything that matters in the world of TV and movies. I'm your host, Steve Johnson, and joining me today is my brother from the same mother, Mr. Johnson.
The host with the most. Back like I ain't never left.
All right, and
Back like cook crack.
okay, and we have the last best hope for the resistance, Mr. Woods.
What up, what up, what up, what up, what up?
All right. All right.
All right. Let's go.
Today, it is all about, and we didn't
The
get to talk
Benjamins.
about this. Yes, it's about those two. And how many Benjamins? 52 billion of them, because we are talking about this Marvel and Fox deal. Well, I'm sorry, Disney and Fox deal.
Yeah.
It's official. It is happening. We fretted about it on our last show,
Right.
but it's all real, folks. It's gonna happen.
There's no denying it.
Yeah. So while I take care of some things, who wants to tackle this one first? Who wants to say some words about it?
Sir, could you throw some in there about this Fox Disney deal?
All our dreams are coming true.
Oh, okay. That's how it's going.
Not nightmares.
Right.
Disney Fox thing, it's great.
This is
but
all
dreams.
good stuff.
It's dreams. The dreams that you wish will come true.
Now this is because of the X-Men coming in.
Oh man, it's just amazing that we're gonna get like the Fantastic Four and Deadpool and the X-Men and all the toys and the toy box get to play with one another like they're supposed to.
So you're not worried about any of the sports or they're focusing on.
I don't give a shit
news.
about none of that crap. I don't watch it anyway.
Okay.
The people who watch that propaganda and all that stuff, it's just like all of it is distraction.
Right.
No matter what you want to look at it, movies are distraction, sports is distraction. You know what I'm saying?
That's a fair
just
point.
whatever the news or whatever agenda they're trying to put across to you, it's all distraction, so you don't pay attention to what's really going on. But as long as I get these movies, F it.
Is that not part of the distraction?
Yo, my dude, all this stuff, as long as it's just like you giving me something that's entertaining me,
Right.
some people, they like to be lied to and that entertains them. They want to watch the news all day and be mad and think whatever. Give me my stuff that I know is pretend,
Right.
because it's all pretend.
True.
But give me this good Marvel stuff, man. That's all I care about. Give me
Well,
these comic book movies.
Now Disney, and Steve, you'll be able to answer this better, but Disney
Will I?
is not. Hopefully, I would hope so. But Disney is not taking all of
Fox.
Like
No.
Fox is still able to get some.
So do they?
get some of
So
this
they
money,
do?
right?
Do they own The Simpsons now?
They do own The Simpsons. Well,
And Family Guy?
so let's just to be clear a little bit. This deal still needs to be cleared by regulators.
Right.
Now, I don't see any obstacles because they're not buying the company outright. They are only buying certain assets,
Properties.
which is their right. So they're not buying Fox News. They're not buying Fox Sports,
Right.
Because
They're buying the rights to certain properties. So
right. And these properties include the
they can do that.
X-Men,
Who's going to stop that?
The Simpsons,
Yeah.
Family Guy, National Geographic, the FX channel. So it is, and by the way, this is not a cash deal. It's worth 50. It's actually worth 66 billion because on top of the 52 billion, they're taking on 13 billion in debt from Fox.
Right.
Yeah.
But
They're like, yo, we about to print money with Stanley face on it, bro. We about to get
Man.
all
You
the
mean
money.
with Mickey Mouse face on there? That's yeah. That's gonna be a Mickey Mouse. Face
But
on it.
they will not. I think if they were picking up the news company, I think then
That's
they
when
would
some
there would be
issues.
more scrutiny on this. But I don't know. I really don't see how this is hurting the other studios.
I
Do
don't
you know what I
know.
mean? Because the same amount of movies will be made.
Other
Now,
studios might be mad that they ain't got the money to buy all this stuff, this good Marvel stuff, and make terrible movies with them, but they back where they should be.
Well, I don't know how I feel because it's almost it's. I do understand where LeVar's coming from, where you get to see all the characters play together in that one sandbox.
Hey,
right?
one thing. So Joe from our other show, the second page, he just asked how much did Fox pay to acquire them? I'm thinking he means
How much
X-Men. in the first place.
Okay.
Almost nothing, because
back in the day, they never knew what it was going to be.
No, that's when it was a fire sale. And
right,
so
because
Marvel was just in such a
they were going to go bankrupt, and so they basically had to sell off all the rights,
whatever they could give away.
Right, exactly. So it was piecemeal. Sony, you want Spider-Man? Fox, you want Fantastic Four?
Right.
And so they sort of really gave it away, and now they're slowly, because they're now a part of the big large mouse conglomerate. They're just like getting together and getting these properties back.
Don't worry, mice can be a mouse can be a monster.
Yeah,
as well.
So. Mice and men.
Yeah.
But go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say that I don't know how I feel, because I understand where LeVar is coming from in terms of seeing all the characters that we grew up reading about and things like that playing together in one sandbox, but at the same time, seeing something where that Fox is focusing on the news aspect. There's that issue. That Fox is focusing on sports, and LeVar kind of said it about distractions and things like that / propaganda, and how that machine can work in itself. All things are forms of propaganda. Go ahead.
Speaking of distractions, so they're gonna lose already something like 2,600 jobs, right? They've already said that, right? But a lot of people are sort of scared at how large Disney could become and powerful from this, and they're also worried about having one less studio. Now, I have thoughts about that, but
wouldn't you worry about that type of overhead if, once you have anytime there's a merger, and Steve has said this before in a previous show of ours or whatever, is that you're bound to have overlapping. Right. And so you have to fire some people.
Like regular working people. I'm not talking about like
top guys, exactly.
Who cares? They'll find other jobs, man. Don't be mad. UPS is hiring. As long as I get these movies.
Wow.
F them.
Oh, okay. And that's one way to look at it. But
yo, man, I don't care.
Hold on.
You think they care when I lose my job? As long as I get these movies, and I will be entertained, bro. Are you not entertained? Okay. Are you not entertained?
So the thing that I want to say...
This is Sparta, mother effer. Get the F on out of here. Okay. Give me these movies.
So, basically, the idea is that, and because of your rant now,
you got thrown off. You got completely thrown off.
Jim, yeah, no. Okay, my. So what I was going to say is the suspicious timing of all of it. Right? They released this news the same week that net neutrality was sort of rescinded. Yeah. And the same week that Star Wars, the juggernaut Star Wars, was coming out. Right. And it sort of got thrown to the back burner. Like, this happened, a week and a half ago.
Right.
And we're just talking about it now because there was so many other things. Right. And so I almost wonder if they strategically announced it at this time to minimize the scrutiny that the public has on it.
Nothing happens by chance.
Of course.
Not in today's world or in any
not in the Mouse's house.
Right. No. Nothing happens by chance. And so to that, it's something to be said where if it's coming out and it sneaks in there, and you're wondering, like, okay,
sneak this in the best.
Yeah, you're wondering, like, well, I guess it's cool. I mean, we're going to see this and we're going to see that. And again, at the same time, people are losing jobs. At the same time, it's one company ruling all. Yeah, one company is ruling all. You know what I mean? And you don't know what's going to come of that. You know what I mean? You don't know where you can sell your artistic vision. Because it's one less company to go to, and we've said that one less studio rather.
But now people say that, and this is the other part of it. So we can say that there's one less studio, but the reason this is happening is that Fox wanted to sell because they felt like they couldn't really compete in this new world of everything being a franchise.
You mean streaming services? Or?
Yo, everybody been watching what Marvel been doing for the past 10 years, and they're like, y'all clearly got this crap figured out. When we do it, we just throwing stuff at the wall and seeing what sticks. We don't know. We got lucky with these 2 movies last year, but that was like the first time.
Well, I mean, also though, let's not disrespect.
We're not gonna act like none of them made any money, and they didn't make any good movies. You know what I'm saying? But most of them were mediocre.
Right. But you're thinking about it in terms of the X-Men. This deal is
and
way
all of the
bigger.
Fantastic Four movies.
Right. This is way bigger than the X-Men and the Fantastic
I'm just talking
Four.
right now. We're talking about.
No.
I'm talking about Marvel.
Right. So my point is,
that's all I care about.
Fox is an amazing studio, right? Remember, they brought us the original Star Wars, right? Yeah. They brought us the highest grossing film of all time in Avatar, which is now a Disney property. They brought the TV studios brought us The Simpsons and Family Guy and Futurama and everything that's on FX.
People really hyped for the new Avatar movie? Like, who's talking about, like,
nobody
cares.
Don't bet it. Don't be in the business of counting down James Cameron.
Hold on.
Because they tried that before.
Let's put this in perspective real quick. You are absolutely right about Avatar being the highest grossing movie of all time, but nobody remembers what the hell happened to Sam Worthington.
No, it was the highest grossing
Sam Worthington doesn't even know what happened to him.
In history.
Yeah,
you know what the number 2 is?
Yeah.
Titanic.
Really?
Yes. To this day. So Avatar made $2.8 billion. The next highest movie made $2.2 billion, which is Titanic. The movie after that was Star Wars: The Force Awakens at $2 billion.
But still though. Okay. You got to take into account the internet, and these movies was way before like piracy. It was what it is now. Piracy always been around, but like the height of it is like how I could go to whatever people got Fire Sticks. They could go to whatever the f.com.
Right.
I ain't gonna put out there and advertise where you go, but do your Googles and you can find it and you can watch.
We're not promoting that here.
Hey man, I'm just saying you can watch everything damn near like a month after it come out on HD online for free. So when these movies came out, it wasn't as rampant as it is. So for movies, you know what I'm saying, you got to equate that.
I hear you. But
it still made more money. It's facts,
No, it made hella money, but at the same time, like, let's not.
It's different.
Put Avatar,
factors.
Like, oh my God, people are like frothing at the
clamor.
For the next
what I'm saying?
Avatar.
It's because it's different. It's different times now.
Like, let's just kind of.
Okay, but again,
if Avatar came out now, it wouldn't have made that.
But no, understand why Avatar made that money, because it was groundbreaking for the time, and the reason we haven't had a sequel yet is because James Cameron hasn't felt like
a patient man. Technology,
right? So if James Cameron says now is the time, I trust it, right? Because who has the number 1 and 2 highest grossing movies of all time? Who brought us Terminator 2 and Aliens?
James Cameron.
So, again, and every time he takes 10 years to put these movies out, every time people are like, hold on, you're making $200 million, and this is in 97. You're making a $200 million movie. I'm not yelling, you hear it.
You're super yelling.
You're making a $200 million movie about a boat sinking, and we all know that it's going to sink in the end.
Right.
Everybody said, this is stupid. Why are you doing it? It's not going to work. And then, what does it do? Highest grossing film of all time ever. And there was room on the board.
There was room on that board. Thank you. I was just about to say.
Somebody took turns, man. They couldn't have took turns.
Goddamn board.
You just gonna let him freeze?
No, but it's I don't know. The
point is, Fox is a great studio, and don't disrespect.
Nah, but if I was Jack, there was mad dead bodies floating. He could have got on top of them dead bodies, man.
And he would have floated down. Yeah. But I just get leery about these big studios, swallowing up other studios. And I understand what you're saying, that in this new world of streaming services and keeping up. But one thing I wanted to touch on that you were bringing up in terms, or I think LeVar was talking about in terms of the comic book films and saying how can we keep up. There's always going to be fatigue. And so, and you mentioned before, Steve, that Hollywood is formula driven. And so I don't know when. I'm not saying it's going to be in a year. It might be in 3 years. Who knows? But there's going to be superhero fatigue, and then it'll change.
Do you really think so? Because if you want to be real, since Superman came out,
right? You're talking about Man of Steel, or you're talking about
Christopher Reeves, Superman. Since that been out, there's been a superhero movie like every 2-3 years, but now it's just like more than ever. Like you get like 3 of them a year, but there was always
we got 6 this year.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Maybe 7.
But I'm just saying,
7 actually.
We're getting more than ever, but that's because the technology is here to where they can do it properly.
Well, I just think as long as the greed is not
throughout, like,
prevalent,
yeah,
you know, where you're saying like, okay, we're gonna do something like a $200 million budget for this movie, and we're looking to get 800 million or whatever in the first opening. You do start doing projections like that, people aren't going to show. But you're always, what I'm getting to real quick is that you're always going to get money from these films. And you're right, LeVar, that you know we've always had these superhero films, and they're going to keep coming out
because they always make money. It's about selling toys,
you're
man.
Going to make massive amounts on every single film, and then you're going to say, oh, it was a waste because we only made $1 billion and we expected to make $3 billion. Like, you start doing that stuff. Yeah. People don't care.
Again, so these budgets are overinflated, right? But I do think
if they do more like pieces where it's just like about a single character, they don't have to spend as much money. It's just like Logan didn't cost that much money to make. Right. They can do things more practical, just give us better stories. Everything don't have to be so much CG.
Right. So I think that, and you are right. Now, that said, I do think movies like Avengers and Star Wars, I know it's not like superheroes, but Avengers, Star Wars, those movies that you know are going to make billions of dollars at the box office, yes, spend $200 million and pay the extras like 5 times their salary. Pay the guys at Aramark like 10 times their salary. Give everybody money and make those movies. They do not cost that much money to make, but if you're inflating the budget, pay everybody extra because you know you're going to make extra money. That said, I don't. People are saying it's one less studio, but remember, we have 2 more studios now in Netflix and Amazon. Right?
I get what you're saying.
So, and we're now seeing.
Although you lose one, you're opening up the doors
and
for
the whole reason that this is happening is because Disney wants to get in the streaming service, and the reason Fox feels like they can't compete is because things have become about these big franchises or streaming, and we're seeing a lot. Like right now in 2018, Netflix wants to release a new movie every year. They are throwing money at creators to make them content.
They're going to figure that out real quick.
Well, they better make better stuff than Bright.
So Bright is a good example. That's a movie starring Will Smith and Joel Edgerton, and it's directed by
Rockbox.
David Ayers. And people are giving it bad reviews, but the point is Will Smith is doing a Netflix movie.
Armadale.
Last year, Brad Pitt did one. Next year, we're going to have a Martin Scorsese directed film. And so they're doing higher quality work. But you know what? Those movies may not have done well in the theater. But you know what? When I watch those films, like I didn't have to leave my house and spend $18 on nachos and parking and then a movie ticket.
Regardless of if a movie is trash on Netflix or not, as long as everybody saw it, even if they thought it was trash, you paying for a subscription.
Right. And so I think that if you're giving and Bright is a very weird movie. Another weird movie is Okja, high quality but weird. Mm-hmm. If we're giving creators a chance to make things that don't fit into the Hollywood formula, and it gives an avenue for people to see it, and then what people do go to the movies for are the big high-scale superhero movies, I'm okay with that.
Yeah, that's true.
That means creators are still getting to create. They're getting paid. People are
More
going to the theaters to spend money on the big blockbusters.
Because
look, all these Oscar contenders right now, like, we're talking about maybe Lady in the Water, but maybe not. We're talking about 3 Billboards in Ebbing, Missouri. We're talking about The Post. I want to see all of those movies. I don't need to see them in the theater. I can watch those in the comfort of my own home.
Talking about Lady Bird, right?
Yes, Lady Bird too. But Lady in the Water is the Guillermo del Toro.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
So, but my point is, I can watch these Oscar movies, and I'm happy to watch them, and I will rent them as soon as I can legally do that. But I don't want to go to the theater.
Man, trap out the bandwidth, son.
I want the bandwidth, boom, man, and the sound of an IMAX screen. I don't care for 3D, but hearing the crowd laugh with me. So that's what I want to go to the movies for, that experience.
And you save that for the big budget films or whatever. Right,
exactly. And you know what? I'm okay with that. What makes this deal sort of sting a little bit less And as far as, again, creators have places to go. Okay. So,
get all the money, man.
I think maybe it's one step backwards, but we also took 2 steps forward.
2 steps forward.
So
3 steps back.
I don't completely hate this. Is what I'm saying.
Right.
So now the other thing is what a lot of people worry about is, we can say we want the X-Men to come home, but Fox has been knocking it out of the park as of late with Logan. They basically made a Western.
They did 2 good movies, man.
They
Come on, son, about knocking it out of the park, man. Come on.
Okay, Logan is my favorite movie this year, but
it's not everybody else's. I like it, though.
Didn't get no Golden Globe nominations, although the Golden Globe was a joke.
They issued it all over that movie, man.
But my point is, if Disney had bought Fox before the Deadpool thing happened,
right,
we would not have gotten an R-rated Deadpool.
No,
it would not have happened. No. Fox has proven that model. And now Bob Iger says people like Deadpool, we'll keep doing it. We just have to let them know. Right. So now Disney is open to doing R-rated films, which means thank you at Fox for that. First of all, thank you for just having the foresight to make Logan, and Logan wouldn't have happened without Deadpool. Right. But now that the piss is in the pool, as they say, I think that we're the better for it if Disney is going to continue with Deadpool's irreverence, and if we can get more movies like Logan and tell more adult stories. And you know how you get away from superhero fatigue? You switch up the genre, you do subgenres. Right? And people keep saying superhero fatigue. Do we have horror movie fatigue? Do we have rom-com fatigue?
Right?
Man, all that stuff is
it's
like
just another
all
genre.
That stuff is like black on black crime, man. That stuff don't exist.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
I'm just saying, like, things that don't exist, like superhero fatigue. What is that? Like, you saying there's no horror movie fatigue or whatever? They always been making these movies. They always been doing whatever.
Well, I mean, there's Transformers fatigue for me, but
that's not Transformers fatigue. That's brick fatigue.
Yeah, that's not making stupid movie fatigue.
Right, exactly. So I mean, we'll move on to our focal point of the week. But I just wanted to jump in and say or bring this up.
By the way, before you say that, Joe says Disney should buy DC and make a good Justice League movie.
See,
no, we don't want that. Also, it's not possible because the largest studio right now is Warner Brothers, and they own all of DC.
Right.
And they are being bought right now by AT&T, provided that goes through.
So I just wanted to say that, like, what James Mangold said was that he's not worried that they're going to mess up, and not make an R-rated movie or mess up Deadpool or something like that. He was just worried about the creators, as we were just discussing, not being able to do a different film because they just want to say, all right, just give me all these superhero films and we don't want to see anything else. But to your point, as he was explaining that, well, Netflix is saying, here's money to these creators. If you come to us with a good idea, we'll provide you the money and the finances to put it on our streaming service.
So let me ask you a question.
So as long as that goes on, I'm good to go with that.
Does Family Guy and American Dad and The
Disney
Simpsons still they own it now? So does it still come on Fox?
Well,
or does it move to like Channel 7 or something?
I don't know if they get the Fox 5 station because that they are going to run into some regulatory issues there.
So I understand it still stays as Fox.
Yeah, I mean, they may just have the Fox stations distribute those things.
Right.
Because, like, right now we have a Gotham show on Fox, and Fox doesn't own that. That's owned by Warner Brothers, but they're just distributing it on their channel. So I think they'll work out some deal like that, but the streaming rights will go to Disney and Disney's
I only
service.
found that out recently that Gotham was on Fox. Because I always thought it was on channel like 11 because it's like,
No, it's not connected to the Arrowverse. Mm-hmm.
No.
Which is actually a good template to make the movies. They should put Greg Berlanti in charge of those, but that's another story altogether. So
a story that we got to talk about
is
Star Wars.
Oh, we're getting there, but I do want to add one more thing. I know it was all about the Fox and Disney deal, but we had a very interesting conversation today about Movie Pass. Now, if you don't know what Movie Pass is,
right.
It's basically Netflix for going to the theater. You spend $10 a month, and you can go to the movies every day. So 31 times a month.
And just add in
$10.
And just add in that Movie Pass wasn't selling for a while.
Right. And I've had Movie Pass for over 2 years.
Yeah.
And when I had it, it was started at 35 and then it went up to 44.
Right.
And now because they're trying to reach scale, they dropped the price down to $10 a month.
Right.
And now it's back ordered now just to get a card.
Yeah, it just
So
blew
essentially
up.
the way it works is I pay my $10 a month to New Movie Pass. They give me a MasterCard. And I go to a theater. I sign in with the app. I say I'm watching this movie, and then I just swipe my card and pay for the ticket.
Yep.
And I can go see whatever.
Money's activated.
The theater has
to
nothing to do with it.
Yep.
All they know is I'm paying for my
standard
tickets.
movie, not IMAX or 3D.
Now.
And how many movies are you allowed to see a day?
1 per day.
1 per day.
So you can see 31 movies for $10 a month.
I can't just go to like 34th Street, then watch a movie, then walk over to 42nd Street, go to a theater.
No. They'll only allow you 1 charge per day.
Oh, that's why.
How you getting 30 movies a month and you still gotta find a way?
Keep discussing
because I don't have every day free. Because everybody know, like, when you got, like, say if you got the whole day free and you go to the movies, you try to bang out like maybe 2 or 3. But you still could do that anyway. But you know.
What the movie theater is banking on is that you don't have time to do this.
Well,
and you won't invest in doing any of these things.
Right. And now
that you're just gonna spend the money because you think it's
now
a good deal.
Movie Pass is banking it that you don't do it, right? Now here's the thing: you'd wonder, and by the way, the theater gets paid the full price of the ticket, right? So this is what we were discussing earlier, which is why are the theaters upset? Because they're getting paid, right?
Yep.
Who cares how much we're paying a month?
Right.
Movie Pass is paying them the full price of the ticket.
Exactly.
So, but the reason the theaters are scared of this and pushing back against this is
too many
twofold.
people get that, they're gonna lose money, super money.
Well, how did they lose money? Because they're getting full price for the ticket.
Somebody's losing money.
Well, Movie Pass would lose money. Now, here's the problem. They think that Movie Pass and the business model they have is dumb, right? It's not scalable because if you and I, like, if I go to the movies once for the month, they've lost money because a movie ticket in New York is $12 to $16.
Yes.
Now, if everyone does that, how are you're spending more money than you're taking in? That's like the first rule of business. You don't do that. So the movie theaters think they're going to fail. But what happens is if they reach scale and everybody's going to the movies all the time and then they're only paying $10 a month, when Movie Pass inevitably goes out of business, they've essentially devalued the price of movie tickets.
Yep.
Because if I'm used to paying $10 a month and I can go to the movies every day, when Movie Pass goes out of business and then I go back to the theater, you're like, wait, hold on. A ticket is how much?
Exactly.
Fuck you!
Language.
Yeah, please.
You want Captain America.
You want me to see The Shape of Water? Not that it's not a good movie, but you want me to see The Shape of Water for $18 or $23? No, I'm not. I could see it for $10.
And we just had that conversation.
Exactly.
I don't even want to leave my house unless it's a superhero movie.
Exactly.
You know what happens then, people? Do your Googles.
But
Trap out the bandwidth, and you'll find it.
Okay. So my point is, they don't like that idea because it's like, yeah, it makes us money on concessions now because people are coming in and spending more on concession. Right? Because if I don't have to pay for a movie ticket every time I come in, I might get nachos.
I still bring food in the theater.
Okay. Top scum. But
man, listen.
Now
I ain't paying no $20.
Now the other side of it is, well,
nachos
what if they
soda.
succeed? Right? What if Movie Pass reaches scale and they find a sustainable business model?
Right.
They gonna have to raise the price a month.
If they reach scale and they don't raise price, and a theater, what they're gonna do is say, "Hey, movie theater, hey AMC, you know what? We're buying so much movie tickets from you. We need a discount rate."
Yep.
The movie theater is gonna say, "Get the F out of my face." No. And then Movie Pass is gonna say to their 100 million subscribers, "You know what? AMC doesn't allow," and then nobody goes to AMC.
Yep.
So they're gonna either fail and devalue the price of tickets, or they're gonna succeed and strong arm the theaters. That's why they don't want it.
We only mess with this.
But in the meantime, I got my
watch these
pass.
movies.
Exactly.
That said, I think it is time for us to move on to our focal point. And so what we want to talk about this week is Star Wars.
As if we can't get enough.
There has been, and we just did a 3-hour
9-hour
Jedi
9-hour
review. Sure. But the thing is, this movie has been divisive, to say the least.
Right.
And we are seeing a lot of backlash to the movie and to basically the new Star Wars trilogy as a whole. And some people don't like it just because they don't like it,
right?
And other people don't like it because they're seeing things that don't agree with their childhood, right?
Tons of different things. Yeah.
They are seeing Luke as a broken hermit, and Luke signified hope, and he was their childhood hero, and now we're seing him as an old man. Right. And some people don't know how to deal with that because they're saying it doesn't fit, their perception of Star Wars, right? Right. And we will have a conversation about that, but the other
then write your own Star Wars fan fiction. You ain't got the rights. Shut the hell up.
Dark part, and now see, okay, I'm gonna come to what I really want to talk about, but I want to address that for just a second. Now, I'm hearing a lot of people write articles saying you don't own Star Wars, and they made the decision and live with it, and you're just whining and complaining.
Yes, you whiny little brat. Shut the F up.
Here's the thing. I feel like, people come to expect a certain thing from Star Wars.
All I expect to see is lightsabers and hear whoa, 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 and flipping and Millennium Falcons and Death Stars and shit blowing up and cute little aliens and ugly aliens, and that's it. It's always the same thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
that's Star Wars.
But people
Mind you, I don't have no opinion on the new one because I still ain't seen it yet.
Okay. Well, I've seen it twice. Yeah. So, people are essentially saying, well, don't complain. They did something different. So what if they set things up in The Force Awakens that isn't paid off in The Last Jedi? You're just whining. Star Wars doesn't belong to you. Why are you spending so much time? Why do you care so much? Right. So the thing is, if you are the reason The Last Jedi does $220 million opening weekend is because people obsessed over this thing for 2 years. The reason The Force Awakens comes back to be the third highest grossing film of all time, a 40-year-old franchise that can still do billions of dollars in the box office.
Force Awakens the third under what? Like Titanic?
Right under Titanic. Yeah, it made $2 billion.
Avatar, Titanic, and Force Awakens.
So people can bitch all they want, man.
Highest grossing film.
Star Wars is a staple of, American culture. People are going to always see these movies.
Right.
Even if they hate them, they still saw that Jar Jar Binks shit.
But again, the point is to discount the fans. The fans are the ones that are having this 40-year-old American staple of a franchise do so well. Those fans that obsess over
the fans, like I said, the fans ain't going to like all the movies a la Jar Jar Binks.
Right, but that's fine if they don't like it. But don't say they don't have a right to complain.
Everybody's got a right to. You can say whatever you want.
My point is, the studio
got your money.
The studio wanted them to obsess over every little thing. They're literally making a movie about dice that were on Han Solo's Millennium Falcon. Right? They're making they made a movie, Rogue One, that made $1 billion over a line in the opening crawl in The New Hope. Right. You cannot say that these people's opinions are invalid or don't matter.
Very true.
Right? Because they are your bread and butter.
Right. So we got to write what you like? What are we supposed to do? Ask you what you want us to write before we write it?
No, I'm saying you set things up in The Last Jedi that were basically laughed at and made jokes of in the Force, and you set things up in The Force Awakens that you basically made jokes of and basically mocked all the people that obsessed over these things, right? So, and I'm not going to give away any spoilers.
They had to change some stuff up if Princess Leia died.
That's not. This was already filmed, and I don't know what they changed in light of her dying.
They didn't CG her up in any scenes.
Not really. Not like Tarkin kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But the point is, don't brush them under the rug, because you know what? When the next one comes out, I shouldn't obsess over Star Wars, then I won't. And then you'll have a Justice League on your hands.
Right.
Man, people still go see the next Star Wars movie.
That's what they thought about Justice League. But now...
So you thought it was trash? You saw it twice.
No, I liked it a lot. I had a lot of problems with it. And again, watch our spoilers discussion that me and Yabi did for 3 hours. So we have some thoughts on it.
Right.
That said,
just a tad.
So there are people whose criticisms are valid.
Right.
Now, the other side of this is the dark side of this criticism.
The dark side.
It is essentially there are people that fundamentally disagree with where the franchise is going because they have now a more diverse cast. They said there are people leaving comments that say, well, the last 3 Star Wars movies have a female lead, so there's an anti-male agenda. They don't like the idea that there's a black stormtrooper. Right. They're inserting politics in it because the cast is so diverse. You have a Latin man, female lead, and a black.
It sounds like all of these people who leave in comments got issues. They're racists or they're bigots or they're whoever the hell, and who gives a F about their opinion? Everybody's opinion don't effing matter. You know what matters? If the movie make money. That's it.
Well, they said that about Transformers, so it's not all about money. But my point is,
sell these toys,
I do agree with you. F their opinions.
Yeah.
Right? But the idea, like Star Wars, the thing that is supposed to bring people together, right?
Right.
It's very weird that people think that this movie, like that George Lucas agreed with any of this like vitriolic racist stuff. Like the way Leia was portrayed, I mean, obviously they had her in a bikini with Jabba the Hutt, but the point is she was a powerful woman.
Slave Leia was powerful.
Right.
How was she powerful with a chain around her neck and some big fat Earth
right,
worm?
But I'm saying, look,
and she was called Slave Leia.
You can speak to the original
Slave
trilogy, how Leia was portrayed and how she was a role model for a lot of young girls coming up as a powerful woman.
Well, no, she wasn't really a role model until she came. To be honest, she
until
was
this new movie.
She was sexualized.
Until this new movie.
It was very misogynistic. But through that, no. Okay. Let's be honest about what Leia represented. She was sexualized. Now
everybody care about is Slave Leia, bro. They don't care about white robe Leia. Slave Leia, bro.
That's the thing. Before she went into that where she had the chains wrapped around her, right? She did represent like, oh my gosh, look at how powerful she is. She's a princess. She's holding her own and all this and that. But people also had a problem that she kissed Luke and then she kissed Han Solo in the same film. And then it was like you come to find out that it's your
brother.
It's your brother. It was
ew.
We have like different eyes now looking back and like, oh yeah, she.
What kind of trailer park shit is that?
But people had some issues back then. There was a multiple.
What kind of Jamie
and
Cersei?
No, I'm saying yes, men had their issues, but I'm saying women look to Leia, right?
Yeah, like that's what I said. But once she had that outfit on, it was like,
okay,
what are you doing? What's going
on? My point is,
but I understand what you're saying.
George Lucas didn't have a problem with. You think George Lucas is like, oh, all stormtroopers are white?
I don't know.
Who even knows what stormtroopers look like? Because up until Finn took off his mask, you ain't never seen a stormtrooper take off their mask. So how you know what color they are? Is it written in the books all stormtroopers are white?
No.
Or they're a clone of the same one person?
No, but I mean, look, there's
soldiers, so why can't one be black? Because their costume is white?
Real quick, like to what Steve is saying, and it's like it's a melange of issues, right? It's a collection of things that's going on.
I think people are inserting
it's just like it's all these people
into the movies and blaming it on. So basically, if I don't like black people, I'm gonna say this movie has an agenda because really I have an agenda. Right? If I'm a misogynist, I'm gonna say this movie.
All these people are triggered by stuff, and who cares what their preferences is? If it's just like if the vast majority or at least half of people like the movie, then go with that.
Look,
you can't please everybody, yo.
No, you can't.
And F trying to please everybody because everybody's opinion does not matter.
Star Wars is space.
I'm offended by this. I'm offended by that. This fictional thing is supposed to be the way I envision it in my head. Shut the F up. You didn't pay to put no money on what? Like what? Like did you pay to produce the movie? Did you write the movie? Make a fan fiction with your friends and go.
No, but if I pay, if I pay money for the
from
movie,
damn Toys R Us and make your own damn movie if you want it to be the way you want it to be.
But you're gonna feel some kind of way if something that meant something to you, like these characters or so forth, that meant something to you growing up, and you saw them change the whole thing around. You're gonna feel some kind of way. Not that it's invalid. You
change the whole thing around. How all these people are old and dead.
Time out. Bring it down a notch. Understand that you are right. I'm not disagreeing with you. That you are right that, hey, you didn't pay, you didn't invest, you didn't put this money into it. But Steve said it earlier. At the end of the day, those fans are your bread and butter to some extent. You know what I mean?
And if I spent my $16 on this movie, you
forget that.
Right, I got an opinion on it. I'm gonna say my opinion.
I invested my 35 years of my life. I nurtured my kids to watch your films.
If they made a movie that all the way,
this takes me back to my childhood, and that's what I want to say. Like Star Wars, in a sense, is a certain comfort food for a lot of people, right? And as comfort food, what is it? It's comfortable because you like it. It has the same taste. It has the same smell.
So it's supposed to be the same all the time?
Can't. And so as Luke had the fear of God. Oh, right. You're right. Thank you for that. Luke had the fear of God of getting old, right? In some form
He's already old.
And so it's for us as fans watching this film, knowing that, hey, this is not the film that I grew up with, and
these
so
people are old.
And you said it. I'm not saying anything different from what you said, Steve. That there's a sense of mortality. It brings you to kind of that realization that wait a second, I'm getting older.
You're getting dangerously close.
No. I can scale
right on
this.
that line.
It's just like how old is Luke?
I've practiced
in
the arts of Sith and Jedi, so I've practiced this. But
he's in his 50s.
You have to understand as you're watching these movies with Star Wars and things like that, and we're moving forward. That's all it's trying to tell you. You know what I mean? Things change.
The point
and
is
that's
things
all
have
I'm
to change, and things can't
change.
be all around the original three if this thing is bigger than them. But again, the idea is, and this is so funny. A lot of the people that say, fans just need to shut up. You didn't make a movie. And it's not just you. Mark Bernardin said the same thing. He wrote an article about you don't own Star Wars.
Right.
You don't.
So my point is, you can say that
George Lucas don't even own Star Wars.
You can say that in one
sentence.
And
he made the shit.
In one sentence, you can say that. But those same people will go and watch BVS and say, yo, they got the characters all wrong.
Exactly.
So why can people look at what Zack Snyder did and say they got characters wrong? They didn't get Lex right. They didn't get Batman right. They didn't get Superman right.
They got Batman right.
But
the fighting scene in the warehouse.
But then turn around and say, no, you can't say anything about Star Wars. They just did what they wanted to do.
Right.
None of those people own DC, but they could have their opinions about what went wrong with that.
Yo, let me ask you a question. I haven't seen the movie, right? But how do you want Luke to be if he's an old man? You really think he's going to be out here flipping it up and Jediing it up?
No, I don't think about how Luke... I mean, some people have complaints
that's why
with that.
I said it's just it's a hodgepodge. It's a lot of... It's different things. It's again,
it's like Death of a Thousand Cuts. And also, again, J.J. Abrams set up a lot of things that are just not paid off in this movie.
Somewhat
you
have to watch The Force Awakens again to understand.
So the things that weren't paid off.
You know what? I'll say this because we gotta keep
moving.
Not satisfactorily, but it's just.
I don't even know satisfactorily is a word.
But just
how it is today.
Just how JJ, you could see. I don't know enough about Rian Johnson to know how much of a veteran he is as a director, right?
Right.
But his skill set in directing the film. You could see where there's some issues versus what J.J. Abrams is. Even if he did it to a T to how these Star Wars films and his fan service, he still told a better story throughout. You know what I mean? It still flowed better compared to what Rian Johnson's did. So that's all. But Rian Johnson did follow some of the things that J.J. Abrams did.
Okay. Now, It is time to we're gonna wrap it up right there. If you don't like Star Wars or if you love Star Wars, both of those are great and both of your opinions are valid unless it's like some stupid, racist,
Yeah, get out.
homophobe,
Yeah, all of that stuff.
sexist, whatever.
Get out.
F you, we don't care about
We
your
don't
opinion.
care about
But
your bitch ass up.
if you
Exactly.
but if you didn't like it because
Whose man's is this?
You didn't like it, then you're brushing you under the rug is not a good thing you want to
Exactly.
do. You need to pay attention to those fans. That said, it is time for What Would You Do? And we talked about this. We planned this for about 2 weeks now. On this week's What Would You Do? Since the Fox and Marvel deal is officially happening.
In celebration of Disney taking more money from everything.
It's a celebration, bitches.
We are going to cast the MCU's X-Men.
Yes.
So,
and not get paid for it.
First, so what we're gonna do, we're gonna go character by character. We're casting 14 characters. X-Men's a large universe, and we're only doing 14 of them, but the main ones.
Right.
And we're just gonna go around and say who our picks are. So,
Pixar.
Let's start
not to be associated with Disney.
Wolverine.
How are you setting this up?
Logan.
How do you want to?
Do you want me to just say all my picks, or just everybody say who you are one at a time?
No, because I want to show the pictures on the screen. So, Logan, LeVar.
My Logan.
Your Logan is.
My Logan would
for
be
the MCU.
Look at you getting my camera. You in my camera right now?
Yeah, we
handle
got
your business. Let's do this.
My camera. Joaquin Phoenix.
Joaquin mother effing Phoenix.
Look at that guy. If you don't even see
No, I got it. I got it on screen. Don't worry.
God.
They don't need that. Don't worry. I got this. I got
Joaquin
this under
Phoenix.
control. All right. Next, Mr. Woods.
So my Wolverine
Who you got there?
Is Gerard Butler.
Gerard Butler.
Yep.
300. Mr. 300
Yes, sir.
himself.
Yes, sir.
All right. Olympus
I just
has
like
fallen.
to go back and also say, but I can't pick him because he's already in the MCU technically on the TV shows. James Bernthal would have been the perfect
Shane
Logan.
or the Punisher.
Shane, like picture
I like
it.
that one.
He's short, he's stocky,
I'm not even gonna
all
lie.
that blood rage. Like he's the perfect Wolverine. Like
I like that one. And
nobody.
real
He's
quick,
already in the MCU.
Real quick, even though you're about to say you're Wolverine, we have to mention our rules. We did set some rules. Was
Right.
that we didn't pick anyone who's already casted.
You cannot already be in the MCU.
Right.
And you cannot be a lead in a DC
A lead
movie.
in a DC, right, in a DC movie.
Everybody would take,
So now,
no more Punisher to have
those
James
are
Bernthal
those are our
as
two
Wolverine.
rules.
I would too, but
I agree.
it's not feasible. So
He's already
you
Punisher.
Come on,
couldn't
son.
pick it. All right, and now my
That's the
choice
notable. Yes, sir. Go ahead.
for the honorable Logan, I am going with Jon Snow himself,
I don't see
Kit
it,
Harington. I don't know, man. I got a picture of
we're
him.
not gonna do that.
I got a
We
picture of
gotta-
him on the wall
we gotta
with
see
the
what's
Night's
going on
Watch,
there.
and he got a scar with the
Okay.
beard.
All right.
I'm going with a younger.
You
Kit
going with a
Harington,
younger
because he's gonna have to
casted
play him for like 15 years,
All right.
20
okay.
years.
He's too young to play Logan.
First of all, he's older than Hugh Jackman was when he first started playing Logan.
Yeah, but Hugh Jackman didn't look the part when he first started playing.
Okay, well, he grew into
To me,
it.
he was too young and too skinny.
All right, well,
And he had no definition to
I'm
him. I was
going
just
with
like,
Kit
this is
Harington, and
terrible.
not
Kit
all the
Harington.
people you guys picked couldn't play Logan for more than 3 or 4 years before the CG came in. So
That
It don't matter. He's
I'm
gonna be
going-
CG'd up anyway.
I'm going with Kit Harington. All right.
Logan's a difficult one. for me.
Who is next on our list?
Who's next up?
None other than
None other than the Big Bad Mighty.
come on, Windows.
Look
Don't
at you.
do me like this.
Doing you like this, clicking around,
Oh, you effing up.
wasting the people's valuable time.
Oh man.
Well,
It's
I'm
not-
gonna just run on through it.
Hold on,
No,
slow
no,
down,
no,
slow
no,
down,
no,
slow
no.
down.
Slow down.
All right, it's fine.
Technical difficulties?
Yeah, because this app is terrible. Scott Summers.
Okay,
Yeah, I was gonna
who's
go
up
to him.
first?
My Scott Summers, I got
Hold on, wait. Let me.
Scott Summers, Cyclops. You ready? You ready for me?
Yes.
You
Go
ready?
ahead. Go ahead.
You ready for me?
I'm ready for you.
Yeah, my Scott Summers would be Clint Eastwood's son, Scott Eastwood. Scott Summers, Scott Eastwood.
Scott Eastwood.
Scott Eastwood.
Okay.
All right. Did you just pick him because his name is Scott?
He just has that superhero type of look. He has the features. It'll work.
Okay.
He has a good build. He's kind of tall. I can see him. You can throw a visor on him. It'll work. And because his name is Scott.
Okay. All right. Now, Mr. Woods.
Yes, sir.
My Scott Summers is
Richard Madden.
Richard Madden.
Also known
Rob
Stark from Game of Thrones.
From the Red Wedding.
Yes. The characters, I'm letting everyone know now. The characters that I picked, I'm trying to envision budget, age gap, who's working where, who the leads and so forth. What can you see?
Who's likely to do it?
How will they
you can't
blend
say Daniel
together?
Day-Lewis.
I'm envisioning chemistry and everything. So work with me out here and understand the characters.
Don't
that I'm bringing
explain
to you.
yourself.
The characters that I'm bringing to you, people.
You chose who you chose.
This is what's going into the thinking and the process of this.
All right. So
that's what I'm doing here.
Now, my Cyclops is
to the fine folks out there,
the one and only Ryan Mother effing Gosling.
Ryan Gosling.
Ryan Gosling is my Cyclops.
Okay. Ryan Gosling.
Y'all don't want it.
No.
Y'all not ready for this, man.
I still like Richard.
All right. Next on the list.
I'm comfortable with mine.
The beautiful Jean Grey.
All right. Who's up first?
For my Jean Grey, I believe I have Emily Blunt.
Emily Blunt.
Okay.
Emily Mother effing Blunt.
That's a very good choice.
I like that one.
Very good choice.
I like that one.
I got a little nervous there. But you'll see why I wasn't nervous at all. Okay, Mr. Woods.
Man,
yes, sir.
I'm picking all good ones.
Who you got over here?
My Jean Grey.
Your Jean Grey.
I ain't picked a whack one yet.
Sarah Rafferty.
Sarah Rafferty.
People may not know her, but she's
I don't know who the F that is.
She's
from Suits. She's an actress from Suits.
Who? What?
So it's actually a good show.
A lot of people like that show.
What channel is it
I
called?
don't watch it.
USA Network.
Who watches USA? I ain't watched USA since I used to watch cartoons back in the day on USA.
You just dated yourself.
All right.
But, okay.
But you just say I dated myself, man. That means you know too, because you used to watch them too,
I
Negro.
know a lot.
First of all, you dated yourself by saying you watch Suits. But all right. Now my Jean Grey is I don't even know what I'm.
Yeah, I don't know what is that.
Emma Stone.
All right, next up. That doesn't even work.
No, stop it. You can't even see the screen right now. Emma Stone is Jean Grey. That's Oscar caliber right there.
Emma Stone. You talking Gwen Stacy? Emma Stone?
Yes.
Nah.
So he has his Kit Harington chasing after Emma Stone. Your Joaquin Phoenix is chasing after Emily Blunt.
Yeah, but that works though.
Right?
Hold on.
My Gerard Butler is chasing after Sarah Rafferty. You don't know who she is, but if you see her, you like, yeah, I'll chase.
You
after
just picking old people.
I'll chase after her. I'm not picking old people. They're grown. They're X-Men. Right?
I'll see
not
it when I watch the
X-Kids.
video back.
This is not X-Kids.
Here's the thing. Who is Jean Grey gonna marry?
Sarah Rafferty is sexy.
Who's Jean Grey gonna marry? Who's she with?
Ryan Gosling.
Ryan Gosling and Emma Stone. Scott Summers and Jean Grey.
Okay.
They work together. Have you seen the Oscar-nominated La La Land?
That's what you're basing this off of?
I'm just saying they got chemistry is all I'm saying.
Rafferty and Madden. It's a thing. It'll happen. You can see it. You can envision those two.
Yeah,
together.
I wouldn't want to see it though. No interest. All right. Moving on. Who's next on this list? The one and only. She touches you. She takes your powers, and you die. She's just like a real woman. No, I'm joking.
No, you're not.
For my rogue,
who you got for your rogue?
I have Miley Cyrus.
Miley?
Hannah Montana.
Mother effing Cyrus.
I got Miley. I got
Southern Belle.
I could. That's not bad.
All right.
Trapping all damn night. Hannah
Mr.
Montana.
Woods.
I have an unknown. I'll admit that. Anna Sophie Robb.
Anna
Sophie Robb.
Sophie
Robb.
That's two that I don't even know who the F you're talking about.
She's been in some films.
She's been in some things.
Yeah.
Okay.
When I go back and watch the video, I'll see the picture in the corner and it'll be like, oh, her. Yeah.
Right,
maybe.
right. Nah, you might be like,
It's like,
I
oh,
don't
man,
know.
yeah,
you're still not gonna.
You're not gonna.
It's
know
like,
who
oh,
she
I
is.
seen her in the Dr. Show's commercial.
Dr. Scholl's commercial.
Nah,
I like
she was in the
that.
Geico commercial.
I like
Okay.
that.
Okay.
I like that.
He picked the progressive lady.
Yeah,
Dr.
for
Scholl's
athletes
commercial.
for fungus.
Oh man.
All right. Next. Oh wait. Hold on. Rogue. I chose none other than Daisy Ridley, baby.
Who?
Rey from Star Wars.
Oh, okay.
Rogue. Yeah.
What? That doesn't even work.
Yep. Daisy Ridley. She's nice. Don't disrespect
Rey?
her. Rey.
So you're gonna take Rey from Star Wars while she's the lead of all these Star Wars and just make her Rogue?
Yes.
No.
Absolutely.
Move on to the next one, man.
Nah, man, that's
She's already
perfect.
in a Disney franchise.
I can
She's
rock with
already.
Miley
They
Cyrus.
take Disney actors and put them in things back and
care.
forth.
No, next one.
Cut that crap
Get
out.
outta here, man.
Who you picked a shoe commercial chick?
Yeah, I'll stay with Dr. Scholl's. I'll stay
Come on,
with Dr.
man.
To be
Scholl's.
clear,
Daisy
that's not what she
Ridley.
really was
You're
in.
taking Rey.
Rey
You're
from
taking
Star
Rey
Wars.
from Star Wars and you're moving
That's
her
just
as
something
well.
I made up. I don't know what she was really in.
No, she is a shoe actor
No, I like
forever.
it. She's not in it rocks with me. It
Dr.
rocks.
Scholl's.
No, nobody would know who she is. But
I'm
it
giving
works.
you the Last Jedi, and you give me Dr. Scholl's.
I'm rocking with Dr. Scholl's.
Get out of here with this, man.
How is Rey gonna
That's
just?
disrespect
How
to
is
her
Rey
career.
just gonna be? Yeah, it's kind of. How is Rey gonna just be now? She's Rogue. She goes from top tier Star Wars, and now she's just Rogue.
Why she can't be top tier and get Ant-Man got a movie? She could do it and she could make it work.
Next up, man,
Hannah
come on.
Montana, bro.
First of all,
Next
did you
up.
watch her in Orient the Orient Express or
Got it.
what do you call it?
Man, Hannah Montana.
Next up.
She's in a bunch of movies. Stop
But
this.
That's not the point.
Next one.
How is she
we
now
we
Rogue?
staying on this
Why
one
is
too
she
long.
not Rogue?
But we staying
I
on
don't
this one too
understand.
long. Why are you arguing with let him pick his whack pick? Let's go to the next one.
Jesus, you picking
You know why I didn't think of it like that.
you
You're
picking
right. My bad.
fungus advertisements
My bad.
actresses.
Yo, man.
No, you out
All
there.
right,
Let him pick his
Gambit,
bricks.
Gambit. Who you got, LeVar?
Holy shit.
Picking nobodies.
Yo,
And
you
I'm
know what's the
picking.
thing? He's so confident about these picks every
Like, what?
time.
I think you
man.
just mad because you
Every
didn't think
time
of
he
it.
goes out
You
there.
didn't think of it. Now you mad because I chose Daisy Ridley and she's the perfect role. Go ahead, man. Who you got?
Oh
Who you
my
got?
By
God,
Gambit.
this guy.
Gambit. Who's your Gambit?
My Gambit is John Rhys Meyers.
Jonathan Rhys Meyers, King Henry VIII himself. That is a good choice, and I'm jealous that I didn't pick
That's
it. And as soon
excellent
as you
choice.
said it,
That's an excellent
I said
choice.
I may have chosen wrong.
Damn.
That's
He's
bad.
just like, shit, I can see it.
He's
I can't
always
unsee
getting
it.
drunk.
Okay, look, that's a good choice.
Yeah.
I was
Mr.
cool
Woods.
with mine until he came out with that.
No.
comment.
I want to throw mine away now. But who you got?
Tom
Because you can
Payne.
see him drunk and spitting some game and,
Yeah. Mine's is Tom Payne.
Yeah, Gambit.
Also known as Jesus
In The Walking
in
Dead.
The Walking Dead. Yeah.
yeah,
Tom
my,
Payne.
my
is
pick
your
shits
Gambit.
all over y'all.
Hey, I
Oh,
can't.
it
I
does.
can't deny
It
that.
does.
I
It
want
does.
I can't deny that.
It does. All right. So
But I'm cool with Tom Payne as Gambit.
now, who I chose, I wanted to think outside of the box here. I wanted to think with someone who would work with my Rogue
Right.
actress, Daisy Ridley.
Right. With Daisy Ridley. Right.
So who I chose, who I've seen
Just like you went
actually
with Ryan
do,
Gosling and
Right.
Yeah. Okay.
Right. So I'm trying to have chemistry
Based off
so that
of
they
La
can
La
work.
Land. Right. Okay.
Now, this actor, he's done a lot of comedy work, but he's done very serious work too.
Okay.
And I think he would be a good fit for this. I don't know how he would do the accent, but I believe in his acting skills that he could make it happen. So I chose for Gambit, Zac Efron.
Nah.
What?
Zac Efron is Gambit.
Get out of here, son.
Okay, you can't see the picture that I have right now.
Yo,
He
it
looks
definitely-
exactly like.
It
Hold on.
definitely ain't Jonathan
Hold on.
Rhys Meyers, bro.
Hold on. See, I gotta turn around this
Zac
monitor.
Efron?
I gotta.
I
Hold
know
on.
what Zac Efron looks
No.
like.
Did you know that was Zac Efron?
Yes, I do, but
Yeah,
nah.
Baywatch.
He
Baywatch.
looks exactly like him.
Nah,
Look at the hair.
Yeah. But
And I feel like he would work with Daisy Ridley.
Listen. Listen.
watch the figure.
Hold on. LeVar.
Yeah.
Your pick is. I'm not taking nothing.
No,
off
you
your
won
pick.
that round.
Now
you won that
the
round.
reason
I'll
why
give it to
the
you.
reason why I picked Tom Payne is because I'm thinking of the X-Men, the 90s cartoon, and just how he was just this lanky guy, you know, just in and out, long jacket, doing his thing and stuff like that. Yeah, just suave, you know, and stuff like that. So that's how I envision it. But I don't mind with my Tom Payne not being the character. But
nah, you won that round.
Zac Efron.
I'll allow it. Yeah. All right, next on our list.
Look at that guy. That's Gambit all day, bro.
No. It's absolutely.
There's nothing needs to explain.
You don't have to explain. You won. You won. Day, don't kick us while we're down. Yeah. You got that one. All right, next on the list is the beautiful Storm.
Oh,
yeah. Storm? For my Storm, I got Sonequa Martin Green, also known as Sasha from The Walking Dead.
Sasha. Bam!
Sasha. That's a good one. Man, I'm on a roll here, man.
Okay.
I'm on a roll.
Martin Green. That's good. Okay. Mr. Woods.
Mine's is Megan Good.
Megan Good.
That's a great one.
Megan Good.
I like that.
Megan Good.
Okay.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
I like that.
That's what I figure she's grown now. She's
By
grown.
the way.
She can still get
No,
it.
you don't gotta. Oh. That's okay.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Nah, listen, man. Megan Good has always been
Megan
good.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So.
That's a good Christian woman.
Okay,
yes,
now
she is. Yes, she is.
Good clean girl.
So I have, and I wanted to think outside of the box here. I chose Issa Rae from Insecure.
I gotta look that one up.
Oh, you don't know Issa Rae?
I gotta do
Insecure.
She has that show on HBO.
Issa
Rae.
Yes.
Issa Rae. ISSA. REA.
Yes.
ISSA. So it's like Issa, like 21 Savage, 21.
Yeah.
So that's my Storm,
okay.
And I think she could do it. And I know she does the comedy on HBO,
right? But
I've seen her do some more serious work recently, and one of the serious things was in a Jay-Z video, and I was like, oh, she's okay. Right. So I think she's gonna be a powerful actress in Hollywood.
She's on the come up.
Yeah,
absolutely.
So she would be my Storm.
I hear what you're saying, but nah.
She's my Storm, and I think that she will work very well with Chadwick Boseman. I think that chemistry.
Nah. Okay. You stupid.
I think the chemistry. Okay.
Come on,
all right.
Keep moving.
Next on the list. Okay, let's go. Beast.
Nah.
Come on, give him your Beast, man. Cut it out. Give him your Beast.
Beast. Hank McCoy.
My Beast. Because to me, Beast should be CG. I'm tired of the people putting on the furry blue costumes and whatever. It looks corny as F.
Right.
Beast should be CG. But don't nobody embody Beast. And when I hear the voice in my head, like Kelsey Grammer.
I concur.
Like Kelsey Grammer is Beast.
I concur.
Nobody embodies him like Kelsey
Frazier.
does.
I concur. There's nothing to ask me about. Everything.
And you already chose him too.
Yeah. I had the same thing.
And I knew y'all was gonna do some damn collusion like that.
Ain't no collusion.
Trying to dig back in the well.
Even talk to each other.
I knew y'all was gonna say something like that, so I had to think outside of the box on this one. Yeah. I do agree that he should be CG. But wait till you hear who I got doing the voice.
Half of the picks that this
for our new CG Beast, because we can do it now. We got that Gollum technology. Right. We got that Caesar technology. Sir Davos himself from Game of Thrones.
His name?
Liam Cunningham.
Sir Davos?
Yeah, he's doing the voice for Beast. I win this one.
I can see the voice.
Yeah, but
it's still Kelsey Grammer.
That's
like a decent runner up. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, it's not bad.
It's not terrible.
It's not terrible.
Speaking sense into the ear of the X-Men.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Because when I'm here, Kelsey Grammer.
It's Kelsey Grammer. From the rip. 90s, man.
Sir Davos.
Anyway.
Liam Cunningham. All right, next on the list, we got Nightcrawler. He's always
so excited about his picks.
I feel like you jealous about my
bad bricks.
Yo, who's your Nightcrawler?
My Nightcrawler.
Throw it out there.
Let's go.
Adrian Brody.
Bam.
Because he got a Nightcrawler ass face. Look at that dude's face. Yo, somebody, if I had...
You tell somebody you got a Nightcrawler face.
Yo, he got that
face ass.
Yeah, man, that nose, man, that schnozola, that's Nightcrawler in the face ass.
Stop that.
Son.
Cut it out. Okay, so, Mr. Woods.
Turn that dude blue. Throw some blue paint on him.
Tell him who you picked.
My pick for Nightcrawler is Alfie Allen
Alfie Allen. You dug into Game of Thrones again.
Yeah.
So
Reek.
Reek. Oh
Remember
man,
Reek?
you're not even.
Yeah.
You're not even giving him his
Nah, he's Reek.
He's
his
Reek.
born name.
He told you his name is Reek. Yeah.
But he ain't got a Nightcrawler.
He's not
He
Theon
doesn't.
Greyjoy.
No, but he's kind of slim and he just looks.
Okay.
Not Nightcrawler face, but Nightcrawler maybe.
Because I could see like Jane. You know,
we got
Adrian Brody, like all you
like
gotta do is,
crunching
crunch
down
over
and stuff like that.
this.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know?
All right. Adrian Brody, Alfie Allen.
trench
Who's
coat on him.
your
Have him
for
jumping
Nightcrawler? So you know who I got
just
for
want him in that
Nightcrawler?
blue suit.
You know who I got for Nightcrawler? You ready for this?
Who?
Y'all not ready for this, man.
We haven't been ready for any of these
What
picks.
brick you got right now? You putting on the chimney?
Bill Skarsgård, Pennywise the Clown himself. Yeah. Yeah,
Well,
look
That
at your
one's
face.
not bad.
Look at your face.
That's actually not
win,
bad,
I win,
right?
I win
That's
this
not
one.
terrible.
I
That's
win
not
this
bad.
one. It's
You don't
okay.
say you
Thanks.
win this
I
one.
wouldn't say you win it.
I want to say you
I got,
win it.
I got this
I would
round.
say you're in the
That's-
ring.
you're
You're,
in the-
you're able
you're
to
in the
survive
fight.
in the
You're in
ring.
there.
Yeah.
You're in there. It's
Not
not
You're
terrible.
terrible.
able to be in
man.
the ring. It's not a terrible fight.
But I still think Adrian Brody.
Adrian
'cause
Brody?
Yeah, Adrian Brody is a Nightcrawler in the face ass niggas.
No, we're not using the N word here. Okay.
My bad.
Iceman.
Iceman.
My Iceman,
Who you got for this one?
I got.
I like my Iceman.
Most of you know him as Percy
Nobody knows
Jackson,
him.
but Logan Lerman.
Logan Lerman.
Percy Jackson. He works.
Okay.
My
All right.
Iceman is supposed to look as the younger brother, Bobby Drake.
Bobby
my
Drake,
Cyclops.
the younger brother of Cyclops.
Right, which is Richard Madden, which is Cyclops, and the younger brother of him is Max Irons,
Max Iron.
a British-born actor. Yes.
This is a bit. I mean, okay.
Yeah, I be said at least like 5 names. I don't know who the F you talking
five
about.
Nobody.
Yeah. No. Yo.
And then you talking about my pick.
Well,
They
he,
could
all
all
this
get
stuff might be right. You
They
want
could
to know
all
why?
get hired.
You want to know why? Because they gonna get them for cheap, son.
They could all
That's
get
it.
hired.
They all gonna get the job. Y'all
Okay.
picks is gonna
All
be
right.
in
All
there.
right. Let me
watch when you look at these. When you go
Let
back
me-
and
for
check
cheap.
these
let
photos,
me shut this down real
you
quick.
get like, you know what? I could see them.
My
Nobody knew
Iceman.
who Tom Holland was.
My
He's Spider-Man
Iceman.
now.
The Iceman cometh.
My Iceman is Dane DeHaan, Valerian himself.
I don't like his face.
I don't like the cut of his jib.
They call him, what they call him, a budget Leonardo DiCaprio.
I don't like.
I don't mean that. Yo, that's my Iceman.
I don't like his
That's
face.
Ryan Gosling's younger brother. I know you can see that.
No, I can see that.
Of course
I
you
can- I
can.
can see
Of
that.
course you can.
But I don't like
Another
his face.
score one for Steve.
No.
All right. Next.
Whoa. Iceman is who's younger
You
brother?
remember it from Valerian?
Cyclops.
What else is he in?
Where'd you hear that? Since when is Iceman Cyclops' younger brother?
Wait, what? No. Iceman is.
Havoc is Cyclops' older brother. Iceman is not related to Cyclops.
No. Yeah, that's on me. I said that on camera. I made that mistake. I apologize. But yes, he is absolutely right.
I was like,
It's
what
Havoc.
the F
Well,
are you guys
doesn't
talking
matter.
about?
It's Havoc.
It's
No,
still-
you're
Y'all don't
absolutely
even know
right.
y'all X-Men lore, bro.
It's still.
No,
I'm just saying.
We do.
I had to
made that
correct you.
mistake. But you are absolutely right. Shame on me.
And shame on me for listening to you.
Yeah.
God damn it.
Well, you out there with my bad. You're absolutely right about that.
So Dane DeHaan,
Yes.
I win.
Bobby
Next,
but you
Bobby
don't.
Drake is his own name.
next on the list,
But he's still young though.
Jubilee. LeVar automatically loses this round because he didn't choose nobody.
Scott and
Man,
Alex
she ain't
Summers.
getting no camera time. Don't nobody give a crap about no Jubilee.
Stop it. Stop it right now.
Jubilation.
Who you
whatever.
got? Mr. Woods.
Oh, so Jubilee for me is Brenda Song.
Brenda Song.
Yes,
Where do
sir.
we know her from?
Disney.
Disney. Okay.
Yeah.
So she's
That's
already in the
So
wheelhouse.
Raven and everything else.
She's on the TV, make the
yeah,
transition
she's
to the
all in there.
movies.
Brenda Song is
Now,
all in
I chose for Jubilee, and I got to get her name again. Her name is. And I can't find it.
there. You don't have it.
No. It's fine. She's on the screen. I just don't have her name. And she was the lead in Okja.
You still don't know her name.
No, I'm gonna get a name right now. Damn you all. Her name is, one more second. It's happening.
Come on, guy.
It's happening.
What are you doing?
Her name is Sohan Ann.
All right, next up.
Yo, my Jubilee is Brenda Song.
I think she would have. Isn't that who you?
Oh,
just
you
showed?
looked up Brenda Song?
Yeah.
That's what I just said.
Yeah. From Disney, yeah. She was on this.
So you
Zack
stealing
and Cody.
Yagi's pick. That's
Yeah.
what's happening. Okay.
Because she's the only Asian. Because I was thinking her too, because she's the only Asian young actress I know.
And we didn't want to whitewash her.
Yeah.
But if you've seen Okja, I think she would work very well with the Logan Jubilee relationship.
Because she's like 5'2". She's. Yeah.
Okay. Next is Archangel.
Oh, yeah, I like my Archangel.
I think you lose again, LeVar, because you didn't pick.
Did you pick Archangel?
I didn't
did
pick an
not.
Archangel.
Oh. All right, so my Archangel is, am I up?
You are up.
Matt Bomber.
Matt Bomber.
Yep.
What does he sell, like bed sheets? That's the commercials he does?
No.
What?
He's
this?
Matt Bomber is
In
from
any of
White
these
Collar.
movies, does Archangel ever talk?
No, he just stands there
Like,
and
he
looks
just looks
good.
menacing.
He just looks good.
To me, it don't matter. Archangel could be completely CG. He don't got to talk. He just got to be blue and
Well, you gotta have an extremely good-looking actor to be this pompous, arrogant, extremely rich guy with blonde hair, mad about everything. That's who Matt Bomber is.
He could be completely
and
CG.
He plays on White Collar, which is another USA show that nobody watches.
Okay. So he's selling bed sheets for Macy's. All right.
He's making money.
I don't blame him. My Archangel is...
Man, my Archangel's all digital, B.
Alexander Skarsgård. You may know him as Eric from True Blood or Tarzan.
That's a good pick. I'm not even gonna lie.
I appreciate that. I appreciate that some people have come to their senses.
You had like one pick that
I had several picks. Stop it now.
You've had like two that was and like one that was good.
Yo, he literally asked you, "Are you building a chimney over there?"
Next on the list, Bishop.
My Bishop, I got Terry Crews.
You got Terry Crews.
Who is my Bishop? My Bishop is that's right.
Put it up, power.
Chad Coleman.
Chad Coleman.
Yes, sir.
As Bishop.
Yep. That's my Bishop.
I can see that. But I will see your Chad Coleman, and I will raise you. Okay. That's gonna be hard to pronounce. But I will see your Chad Coleman, and I will raise
me
you.
And my seller picks.
Yaha Abduk Mateen. He was the club owner from The Get Down, and he was also in Baywatch recently. And you can see him on the screen. And if you see the picture of him and the picture of Bishop, I think that he has the chops to do it. Because I'm thinking outside of the box with people that have character and what do they call that? Panache.
Right.
Now.
So let me just jump back. But this dude Skarsgård, Pennywise's brother or Eric
Bill
Northman.
Skarsgård.
Eric Northman's brother.
Is
so you got both of the Skarsgård's brother in this movie.
Yes, he does.
Yep. So you really think he take a role where he doesn't have to speak? I mean,
yeah, why not?
But he's going to be completely. So what?
So he has Zac Efron, and he has both Scarsdales, and he has Skarsgård, and he has
and their father's already in it.
Ray.
So is he
going to
be like Angel first, and then he's going to turn to the non-talking dude?
Exactly.
He has Ray from Star Wars. He has
Ryan Gosling.
Emma Stone,
Issa Rae,
Kit
Harington,
just
a bunch of bricks.
Liam Cunningham. But you see, I'm getting ready. I'm saving the best for the end. So next on our list,
I'm realistic.
Professor Xavier.
I'm getting Dr. Scholl's commercials. Characters.
Oh, we didn't pick Magneto and Professor Xavier.
You got him.
We doing Professor Xavier right now.
Who you got for Professor X?
Can I change my Magneto?
Well, we didn't.
No, we locked them in.
Nah, you locked now. You can't do that. I already know. You already picked, and you picked the same person as me for this. But I'll let you tell him who you picked.
Professor X, right?
Professor
Who's
X.
your Professor X?
My Professor X is you know him from this movie.
Mark Strong.
Mark Strong.
He also played Sinestro in that terrible Green Lantern movie. But Mark Strong. And we didn't pick him because he's bald. We picked him because he has that stuff that it takes that we believe.
Yeah,
and I also
a genuine
chose Mark Strong.
British accent.
So, Mr. Woods. So me and LeVar have the same pick, so we don't need to go to mine.
Okay.
But who do you have as your Professor Charles Xavier? This is it now. This is very important. He's holding a whole group together. Without him, there is no X-Men.
Yeah, I know this is difficult. So I went with Aaron Eckhart.
Aaron Eckhart.
Eckhart.
That's who you. That's what you want.
That's my Xavier.
Aaron I think Eckhart. You lose. I think you lose this one. I don't think you win.
You don't know what's his pizzazz.
Okay.
You don't know what he has in the chamber. You know,
okay.
Let him shave his head. Let him go in a chair and hold this whole thing together.
I mean, he's a good actor, but I see Mark Strong. Sorry. All right, now
you also see, Ryan Gosling.
All of my picks were better than yours.
Only
next,
in mine.
Magneto.
I'm not building a brick house.
This is it, man.
My Magneto, I had picked Jude Law.
Jude Law for Magneto. That is interesting, to say the least. Not a bad pick. Okay.
Yes.
Now.
Mine.
Mr. Woods, who do you have?
Mine is Luke Evans.
Luke Evans?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. We can do that.
Luke Evans is my pick.
That's
what I'm going with.
And now to wrap this thing up and win this whole game. So you have Jude Law, which is a very good pick. You have Luke Evans, which is also a good pick. Let's see. I have, to wrap this thing up, let's see. Who do I have? Who do I have?
What do you got?
Charles Dance. Tywin Lannister himself.
As Magneto? That's
yes,
who you have?
As Magneto.
Oh my gosh. Nah, I like my Luke Evans. Luke Evans works.
I think I win this one. I think I have the new Magneto.
Right.
And we win. Charles Dance himself. He is the winner. So, I think that's it.
Those are technical difficulties.
Right. But with those are our picks. We cast the MCU X-Men. Those were 14 picks. I think I won. Mr. Woods definitely lost. LeVar had some good picks in there.
I had
not better than mine.
Picks, man.
Not better than mine.
Guy.
You would have won if you would have got Shane as John Bernthal as Wolverine, but you didn't get that.
Every time you come out and you say like you're so confident about these picks,
but Kit Harington is better than.
Like
I'm out of here, man.
Look,
Kit Harington is like the
we are gonna
biggest
leave
your picks are like really not.
We're gonna leave it to the audience and let them figure out who wins. But it was me.
Yo, man, so many.
He
bricks,
has
man.
so many every
bricks.
time,
and we will tally.
Remember when we did the picks, and he was just saying these off the wall people, and we was like, "Yo, guy, what are you talking about?"
Those were amazing picks.
No, it wasn't.
Cut it out.
And every time we do this,
we can go back to the tape. I'm gonna edit that out and bring that up. But you know what? That's it, folks. We thank you all for joining us. I've been your host, Steve Johnson. You can find me on your favorite social media network, as long as it's not Snapchat. It's Steve A.M. Johnson. Mr. Woods, tell them where they can find you.
Why Woods, Why Not, or whywoodsandwhynot.com.
Okay.
Yes,
okay. Mr. Johnson.
Dude abides with a Z on the Instagram. And I don't be on nothing really else.
That's
but
it.
If you want to get ignored, you can find him at Marty McFly.
Ain't even on my phone, bro. Ain't even on my phone.
He's too good for you.
Nah, ain't even that, man. Yo, I got no space on my phone. Every time they telling me pay more money, man, I ain't got no space, man.
Look, man, maybe you need to.
Yo, we started a Patreon account. Somebody pay for my storage on my phone. Send me $1.
He'll answer you on Twitter.
Right.
All right, folks. That has been another episode of On the Real. Thank you for sticking with us this long. And again, tell us what you thought. How would you cast the new X-Men? And also tell these fools why I won. You can also check out our other politics show.
Yo, Steve, I just want to say your picks was mad rock box.
Back next week. Thanks for watching. See you next time.
Later.